Are you a newly appointed data protection officer in Singapore? You may be wondering what to do next. Are you aware there's actually a Data Protection Management Program, DPMP, specified by the regulator PDPC? Perhaps you do, and you might be finding yourself drowning in a sea of regulations, paralyzed by the legalese terms, or overwhelmed by the sheer amount of work. Hi, I'm Melvin To, co-founder of Straits Interactive and the Data Protection Excellence Network. We are also one of the appointed speakers for PDPC and IMDA for updates for PDPA and the Data Protection Trust Mark to the industry. Now let me answer some commonly questions asked by new DPOs like you. Is it mandatory for all DPOs in Singapore to go through PDPA training? Well, yes. Under the PDPA accountability obligation, it mandates companies to appoint a DPO. The PDPC also has a competency roadmap for DPOs and even a practitioner certificate for DPOs. The more I research, the more information and the more overwhelmed I get. Is there templates or frameworks in this course that will help me cut through the clutter? Yes, in this hands-on DPO course, we cover best practice and frameworks to accelerate the work in putting together your DPMP, your Data Protection Management Program. We even have an automated tool to help you in your data protection management and operation. When the time comes, all you have to do is follow the checklist and fill in the boxes. How will getting qualified as a DPO boost your resume? We have seen 125% increase in demand for DPO jobs and 600% increase for the next level job called the data governance job last year alone. DPOs for credible and certified are being headhunted. You have seen probably our customer testimonials and even hear from our Data Protection Excellence Network members if you've joined. What makes this hands-on data protection course different from other PDPA training courses? This is not a typical 3 days passive sit-down lecture, take MCQ type of class. We spread out the 3 days over 3 weeks to enable you to apply hands-on exercises in your own company context. When you graduate from the class, you've already done the work with real data of your own company to establish your data protection management program. Now, data protection is commonly overlooked in SMEs because it's not a profit-generating activity. So how do you calculate ROI or justify that to your management? Well, let me ask you, does your firm spend on building your brand? Is it worth protecting it? And how much would you spend to defend it? If you are able to exhibit a high level of compliance accountability, you stand out in tenders and due diligence, especially with large projects and working with MNCs. We have clients who share with us their winning deals that they otherwise would not have because they can demonstrate a higher level of trust with evidence of sound data protection practices. In the case of defending a brand, a firm with credible DPO and sound data protection practices can actually mitigate the impact of the data breach and consequences of the investigation, simply because they have timely and credible processes to mitigate situation and assure investigators and the public of proper resolution. Join us for this 3-day hands-on data protection officer course because you can skip then the endless research, copying and pasting, trial and error, and go straight into learning by doing. In this 3-day course, you will 1. Get expert guidance from internationally qualified instructors who will be there to handhold you every step of the way. You get to brainstorm how PDPA is applicable in day-to-day life through industry-specific, real-life data incident scenarios. We even have mock investigation by external investigators to help DPOs understand how a data breach plan is like in action. It has helped DPOs circumvent situations that could lead to hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines and permanent loss of trust. We have successfully trained hundreds of DPOs in Singapore and even in different jurisdictions in the ASEAN region because new laws are already coming out. You don't have to just take our word for it. Hear from our students yourself.
The course actually gave us an overview of the Data Privacy Act and more on how to utilize it and to understand it and apply it in our organizations. It is very important to be aware of the danger and on how to protect your data.
I chose this course over another course which two colleagues brought up because I expected this course to be a bit more upfront because to be more hands-on, and this course actually exceeded my expectation.
What I like about this course is that it's hands-on, because I don't think until we do it for ourselves we would ever realize or learn as much as here.
Coming to this course helped me to shed some light as to what holding this role really means. Because initially I thought, okay, it's just you do one day.
But many other training courses, and not on PDPA, those courses like just theory, you are sitting there for hours, but when you get out of the class, you don't know what you can do.
I like that the course really forced students to do the homework And this not just understanding of the Act, but really helping us to develop policies as well as processes that relate to our own area of work to comply with the Act.
The interpretation of the laws in layman's terms is so much more digestible throughout the course. We were always guided by the consultants and trainers, and this is assurance of quality guidance, and I'm sure the output after what we learn, the impact would be just as.
The best part? You can get up to 70% subsidy on our courses in Singapore when you register under SkillsFuture. If you are a newly appointed DPO and still looking at what to do next, then this course is the best one for you. Simply click around this video to check out our upcoming course dates and sign up today.